Okay, I guess we can have the drink.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course.
Give me some ale. Drink.
Oh,
Is he going to tell us the story?
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
Yeah, she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
Funny. Good story, Aaron.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
Alright.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Alright, Zoe.
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know.
Okay.
I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
If I survive.
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
Right, Alva.
Nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
Yeah, we told
The
you.
plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
All focus on our assignments. You have to figure a way to break into their network, and good luck with that.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old?
Funny.
Kotallo will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Kotallo will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Yeah, they'll kill you. You know way too much.
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
Uh-huh.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky.
Well, probably nothing.
I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
Alright. Talk to Kotallo. Oh my god.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
You're the one taking down
Thank
the drones.
you, Kotallo.
You know more than the
I'm
others.
glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
What?
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
What do you mean?
Thank you.
We already did. We already tested your arm.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were to Noct, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored.
That's nice.
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
the bulwark,
Test his
the
arm
culprit.
again, Lambie. Yeah.
and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
Okay. Oh my god.
So,
Silence.
you return.
You want to speak to me?
Something else?
No?
I'll be going.
As you wish.
Okay.
Just you
Oh.
wait, Varl.
That was it?
We're taking those space slugs down.
Nothing else in my room. Miss Tilda? Over here.
Welcome back, Aloy. Would you like to continue our chat?
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Far Zenith's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
Sure. Who you truly are. Yeah.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Okay.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Okay. Not many. Oh, Stanley Chen.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius,
Okay.
he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
Uh-huh.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him. though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
Before killing them all.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
Uh-huh. You gonna be happy with all these people you spent 1,000 years with dying?
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Well, she's dead now.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Except you.
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Uh-huh. Well,
I should be going.
I'll be making final preparations.
sounds good. So now, could literally just go start the final mission. Nuts. Wasn't the cauldron down here? Oh, it was over here. Makes sense. Alright. I haven't done any of those. Anyway. Before we do the final mission though, I'm going to do some side quests. Don't want to start it straight away. Oh, I've got some skills as well. What do we have here? Repair. Machine damage. Oh, I want to get like this, right? Oh, you're flying. Here we go. Ability to grapple launch from flying mounts. Okay, that's sick. We wanted that. Started overleveled AF. I mean, if I wanted to do that, I'd go like find all the upgrades to the gear that I have. Sure. Should be fine without those. What's that? Oh, heal. Recover weapon stamina. Want to do a silent strike? Yeah. Melee attacks are quieter. That's probably handy. Oh, that would be handy. That would also be handy. Oh. If I get that, then I can get this. Or I can get that to get these. I guess we'll go this way. Oh, I've only got 2 points anyway, though. Wait. Sharp shot bows are less inaccurate, bro. Why say less inaccurate? Why don't you say just more accurate? That's so weird to say it that way. Okay. Anyway, let's get some more skill points. So we can get those. Gain the ability to craft and deploy drop shields. Nothing else I want is there. Don't really care about the trap stuff. Craft faster. Food duration, trap limit, whatever. Throwable mine. What? Enemy will just run into the wall? Oh, okay. Okay, nuts. Rope cast expert. Mage Chaos, how's it going? Deal more damage when energizing a target. That's handy. And they remain energized for longer, that's kind of handy too. Alright. Side quests. I mean, I could start all the way at the start. I haven't done any of the pit masters. You know what? Let's do one of those. I don't know if I want to do all of them though, to be honest. How to find the cauldrons. The cauldrons are really good. I didn't like... Okay. The one that I didn't like... It's not that I didn't like it. The one that wasn't as cool was this one down here, Chai. But the rest of them were really cool, really different. I like them a lot. Very unique. Wait, where is, oh yeah, Gemini there. Okay. So I was the baboon one. I think so. And I just didn't really have anything like that interesting. Really, like the other ones, like this one was like all about like underwater stuff, and then this one was about the tall neck, and like things were broken, like everything was like broken in this one. Kind of interesting. And I remember really liking the platforming in this one. A lot of like jumping between moving arms and cool platforming and stuff. I don't know. Whoop. You're kidding. I press circle to, you know, fast travel. Alright.
Hey, that's her. She took out the bristlebacks pretty much alone.
Something wrong with your knee? Walked past Thurless old shop and tripped over one of his stupid wires.
Oh, hi!
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's Oderg. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who's that?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits when I'm back out that way.
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits.
Okay.
My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
Audio's out of sync. Capture card, probably. One sec. Melee pits test your close quarter fighting skills against other human opponents. Complete all challenges against other fighters to ultimately face the pitmaster. Okay. The pit also allows you to practice your melee skills in a focused tutorial or an open-ended training session. Gotcha. Tutorials, challenges, or practice. Okay.
I've practiced enough.
Still got some training to complete, though. Until next time.